heartbreaking game of domination where me, my buddies Pop Tarts and Snick, we've got 3 people, we get up against another team, and it is a heartbreaker. We end up losing the game. In fact, I sped it up a little bit because it was such a long gameplay. But I wanted to show you guys that we are human, and even when we play well, you can only carry noobs and people who camp so much. Our teammates were just a bunch of campers. But that's not the topic. The gameplay's cool, it's fun. I go like 56-24, play the objective like a boss. But the topic today is something asked to me constantly. How much do I make? How much do YouTubers make? And I'm here to let you know, guys, that I don't think it's a big secret anymore. It's kind of public information, the range of what people make. But I want to go into it a little bit in more detail. One thing to tell you right now, I am a partner with Machinima. And what I make exactly is between me and Machinima. So I'm not going to be telling you guys that. I'm a big believer that you should respect your business relationships. And one of the ways to respect that is to not talk about how much you make. So if you're employed by someone, I wouldn't go around telling everybody how much I make. It's just not the way I am. But I will speak in generalities and actually tell you some specific numbers that have been floating out there about what people make that is publicly available. And so you'll be able to calculate how much anybody makes basically within a ballpark, because there is no set amount, and I'll get into that in a second, because there are varying amounts that people make, not just per view, but there's other things that go into it. But first, I want to talk about what we get paid for, because a lot of people say, oh man, you guys get paid to play video games? What the hell, man? That's crazy. Guys, we don't. Nobody gets paid. Well, people do, but nobody really gets paid to play video games, okay? We get paid to sell advertising. That's it, period. Those little videos on the front that you guys have to sit through or press skip the ad, those are what we get paid to sell that, period. That's what we get paid. If you don't believe me, if we turn off our ads, we don't get money. So that's it. We get paid to sell advertising. Now, whatever entertainment we can provide that brings an audience, we'll get that, whether we do Call of Duty videos or just video vlogs where I pick my nose. It doesn't matter. If you guys watch and we sell advertising, then we make our money. So basically, YouTube gets an amount from the advertiser, and it's shared between YouTube, Machinima, and whoever the content producer is. In this case, it's me playing Call of Duty. And so we are advertising salespeople. Now, one thing I want to talk about is how you should feel about people who make a lot of YouTube money. Now, I don't, but I mean, I make a decent amount. Don't get me wrong, but there are people out there who make silly money, who make really, really big money. And there's a couple ways to look at it. You can say, some people get mad and they start calling them money whores and, oh man, you're just a view whore, you want money. And they get pissed at these guys for making a good living doing this. And they resent that these people make money doing what they love. Me, I look at it another way. When I see that there's people out there making over $100,000 a year doing Call of Duty videos, I think, wow, that is fucking awesome. What a crazy world we live in, that people can take a hobby like playing Call of Duty and turn it into a money-making enterprise. Props to them. I don't resent them at all. In fact, I'll tell you right now, guys, if you can make $100,000 a year or $10,000 a year or $1 million a year playing Call of Duty, I won't resent you. Go for it. Achieve your goals. I think that's awesome. So when you guys see after this video how much some of these big YouTubers make, and it's going to be ballparks, don't resent them for it. You should applaud them and say, wow, that's actually really exciting that people can take a hobby and turn it into something that actually makes them a living. I think that's cool. You guys should be excited for those opportunities out there. So how views work is, so every time you click on a video and an ad plays, that's basically considered a real view. Now, there is a catch. Mobile views do not count. And today, and in the Call of Duty environment and the gaming environment, they make up about 30% of the overall views. So when you see someone get 1 million views, let's say on a video, they probably only got paid for about 700,000 views, because probably 30% of those are mobile views. Overall on YouTube, the ratio is only about 20% mobile views, but gamer fans tend to skew younger, and so you'll see more of them watching on their mobile phones. So basically, we are paid based on every 1,000 views we get, and it's an aggregate. So if you have a bunch of videos, you just combine them in a big total, and you times that by, or basically you divide it by 1,000. And then that's what you get. So you would get a set amount per 1,000 views. Now, one thing people always ask for, because YouTubers are always asking for likes and favorites, so a lot of people are under the impression that we get paid more based on our likes and favorites. Well, guess what, guys? We do and we don't. We don't get any kind of bonus if we get X amount of likes. We don't get a penny per like or favorite, anything like that. However, likes and favorites can potentially get us more views in a few different ways. It used to be, it's not as big a deal anymore, but if you were a big YouTuber, you could actually make the YouTube homepage, your video could, if you got enough favorites. So that's a huge deal because that would get you a bunch more views. So in that sense, favorites do and can help people get views. But for most YouTubers, it's just about feeling appreciated. It really is, because we're not going to get enough likes or favorites to really make a big difference in our views. However, it makes us feel awesome. It really does. When we get likes and favorites as a small YouTuber, it's not going to get me a lot more views or anything, but it's definitely going to make me feel like my work's appreciated, and that means a lot. I mean, especially for guys who are really small, that means everything. Getting 20 likes on a video for these guys makes their day. You would be amazed at how much it can make someone really enjoy what they're doing, this hobby. But likes and favorites we don't get paid for likes and favorites. When they're asking for them, it's out of either they want more gratitude, they want to feel appreciated, or they do want more views. And so in essence, they are asking for money, but guys, that's natural. I mean, if you're putting up a video, you want to get the most views possible. You shouldn't be mad at people for that, wouldn't you? I mean, if you had a video, wouldn't you want 1 million people to see it, whether you were paid or not? I think you'd want as many people to see your content as possible, because that's how you would feel appreciated. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. How much do YouTubers make? Well, there is no set fee across the industry. In fact, it varies greatly because the advertising varies greatly. For instance, someone might put up a video game ad that's a very targeted ad, and that would pay more. On the other hand, someone else might put up an ad for dog or cat food, which is a very general ad, that pays a lot less. So the partnering networks, which are like Machinima, GameStation, Yoush, and IGN, places like that, have different advertising rates and payment rates. Now, some companies pay their content producers a fixed rate, and some pay them a flex rate based on the advertising. So you get paid more if it's a good ad, things like that. So it's not a simple formula, because so many people make different amounts. But I'm going to give you the range. The lowest I have heard and seen, and once again, you can Google all this information. I'm not giving you guys private information. I'm not telling you anything that's between me and Machinima. This is all private out there information. The lowest I have heard is like 92 cents per 1,000 views is what a YouTuber made. And so that means if they got 1,000 views on a video, they would have made, let's say, 92 cents. Okay, right? I think that's what I said, yeah. So if they get 92 cents per 1,000 views, if they've got 10,000 views on a video, they would make $9.20. So not very much, guys. When you guys look at these numbers out there, especially on small to medium-sized YouTubers, it's really not a huge amount of money. It's a very normal amount of money. Now, if you start doing the math, obviously you can get a lot higher. I mean, if someone's got 100,000 views, even at a very low rate of 92 cents per 1,000 views, which, like I said, is the lowest rate I've seen, that would now be $92. That's quite a bit of money. Now, there's very few guys who get 100,000 views per video. Now, what is the highest range? The highest range I've heard is around $2.50 to $3 per view for a normal video ad. Now that's a little better. If you take your normal YouTuber who's getting 1,000 views, he now made or 10,000 views a video. He's making $25 a video. That's decent. Once again, that's the higher end. I would say very few people are making that $2.50 per 1,000 views, but it is out there. It is something out there. Now, there are some other ways to get paid. I mean, there are some people who do special promotions, special ads, and they can pay more. But for the most part, when you see a YouTuber, they're probably getting paid anywhere from about $1 to about $2.50 per 1,000 views, keeping in mind that you got to take 30% off of that for their mobile views. So when you think most YouTubers are making a ton of money, they are absolutely not. Only the very biggest YouTubers can afford to do this for a living unless they have really low expenses. And that's just the way it is. It's not like a huge money maker. Yes, I've made decent money. I'll take it. Any extra money I can get for playing Call of Duty and making videos out of a hobby, I will take, but it's not a huge amount. This should also put in perspective how much you can expect to make if you want to get into YouTube. If you want to get into YouTube, guys, and expect to make a ton of money, it's probably not going to happen. I mean, you think about it. Even if you get up a nice, successful channel, get up to 2,000 views a video, you're talking about making, I don't know, $4 per video. That's not a whole lot, guys. But that's why I say most people do not do this for the money. Some do, the bigger ones, but most of us don't. We do it for the fun. We do it because it's a cool hobby, and it's a good time. If you just saw that, my boy Snick rage quit, but it happens. We all rage quit sometimes at the end of a game. It's frustrating to lose. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I know it was fast-paced. I hate losing, but you know what? We lose sometimes. That's reality. Please, in the comments, let me know if you have any questions about my explanations for things. I'll talk to you later. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you